Hello all, and welcome to the fifth episode of our holiday playthrough of Sherlock Holmes. I'm TJ. This is the Devil's Daughter. That is Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter. I'm sorry, I'm recovering from a bit of a headache, but I'm feeling better now. Hope you guys are doing pretty well as of this recording. It is Friday the 13th, so hope your luck is on your side. Good luck, that is. But I got a lot to talk about in this last episode based on what happened the past 24 hours, dating back to Thursday the
I need
12th.
to speak with Miss Alice first. She's on the balcony.
So before I get uh, off topic from the game, so let's recap what happened in the last episode. So we stumbled upon the murder of Zacharias Greystoke, who's a member of the Archaeological Club of London, and so he was murdered from he was murdered by impalement from a spear that was from a statue of Tecún Umán. And let's see, let's look at some of the evidence here. So, yep, the Mylan calendar is the first prize for the Bulls competition. So Sherlock won the lawn bowling competition, which he was supposed to win that. But then somehow on the next day, it was discovered that Zacharias Greystoke was murdered by a statue, which is the Kunman, like I said. Um, let's see here. So one of the things that we examined is that none of his personal belongings was taken. He was killed by impalement from the statue itself, right here as shown. Somehow the statue proceeded to tear itself off from its stand and escaped over the wall. There were some drag marks that supposedly was from the statue itself. And so we discovered some stuff. We examined the evidence surrounding the death of Greystoke, and let me see if I can find what the Mayan calendar, the symbols on the back of the Mayan calendar translated. Let me see if I can find it here. Is this right here? Is it right here? No. I'm trying to see if I can find. So basically, what it translated to was that it stated that there's a curse that is within the Mayan calendar, and the murder was performed as decreed in the prophecy. As the murder victim was a member of the archaeological club, the club ought to be investigated. Yep. So, we needed a search warrant, and we had to get one from Lestrade, and it was Sherlock kind of blackmailed Lestrade based on some of the things that Lestrade is involved in outside of his job, which is kind of funny. He's not doing anything illegal, well, illegal slash unfaithful to say the least. But enough about that. So he got the warrant from him, and so after getting the warrant, we were able to gain access to inside the bowling club, and we found some interesting some clues and notes and all that stuff. So Sir Charles Yellingham is one of the two main persons of interest in regards to the murder of Zacharias Greystoke. So he, I guess, some time before the lawn bowling championship, Sir Charles received a telegram from Greystoke, and I guess he wanted to talk to Sir Charles about the Mayan calendar and all that stuff. And another interesting note is that the club itself is joint to the Lloyd's Bank, and apparently Sir Charles is in debt. I guess he owes a certain percentage, but he intends to cover a percentage of the debt from a deceased member's antique collection. So he does have some valuable items and historical figures and items and all that stuff in his collection. What's interesting is that one of his personal items have a part of a gold statue, and when we examine a piece of gold, it looks like it was cut off. And I believe Sir Charles is using that to pay off some of the debts to the Lloyd's banks. Now, he's currently under debt right now with them, so we don't know how much money he's under in debts. And what's also interesting is that when the club members pass on, looks all looks like all the stuff they've collected from their archaeological expeditions are passed on to the club itself, supposedly for personal displays, as a way to, a sort of like a remembrance piece, so to speak. So, Sir Charles Yellingham is one of the two main person of interest that could be involved in the murder of Zacharias Greystoke. The other guy that we're also interested in checking out uh, is Bernard Marley. So Bernard Marley owns a foundry, and apparently he's the one that designed the statue of Tecún Umán. And I believe he's also a member of the archaeological club in London as well too. What he So the one thing that Marley, Greystoke, and Sir Charles Yellingham have in common is that all three of those, and I think there might have been one other person, was involved in an expedition in search of Tecún Umán in Guatemala. So here are some of the notes right here, letters, and in regards to Sir Charles being well overdue in his bills in regards to the Lloyd's banks and this club as well too. This is the gold piece I was talking about. So 458 grams worth of solid gold from a part of a gold statue in Guatemala. That must have carried a good amount of sum, but probably not enough to pay off the bills that he is indebted for running the club, so to speak. And so this is what I was talking about. Apparently, before Greystoke's death, he wanted to check out the Mayan calendar before Sherlock would accept the grand prize. And that's nothing else here. And there is another note stating that Sir Charles is not paying his bills on time. So I'm not sure. My guess is Bernard is probably involved with Sir Charles Yellingham somehow. Wait, there was a picture. Let me see if there's a picture here somewhere. I remember there was oh yeah, that was another thing, is that we investigated a picture that showed Greystoke, Sir Charles Yellingham, and Marley all together. So well, I don't know about Barb. I'm not Bernard Marley, but I'm sure Tecún Umán had something to do, or him building the statue of Tecún Umán had something to do with what happened with Zacharias Greystoke's death.
I do hope that bone has no connection
So
to
that's where
Watson's
we're at
medical
right now.
practice.
We're gonna have to sneak back into Bernard Marley's home foundry at nighttime. But before we do that, we got a letter that was mistakenly delivered to Sherlock, and let's see. Oh, this right here as well too. Before I talk that out, so this letter right here was sent from Dr. Reuben Fisher, who is what's his name? Lord Marsh's personal assistant and doctor. And the choice that we made at the end of the first case resulted in that letter right there. So tough. Good luck, Dr. Fisher, trying to get Sherlock back somehow. But anyways, back to this. We got a letter from Alice, and the letter stated. The letter was. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So here's the letter right here. You don't know who it was sent from, but basically congratulating Alice, our new neighbor, Sherlock's new neighbor, that is, that she's finally moved next door to Sherlock somehow. But we don't know what this means right here about who her father is and what type of relationship she may have had with her, whoever the person that sent the letter to. From, it might be the guy from prison, I don't know. But let's go to the balcony.
I need to speak with Miss Alice first. She's on the balcony.
Okay, so how do we get to the balcony? Here's the question. If the door is locked. Oh, right here. She's up here.
How about telling me why you came here in the first place?
Mr. Holmes, why do you ask? I hardly think that I'm accountable to you.
Since you extended an invitation to my daughter against my wishes, I believe that you are.
So said the father, cloaked in all his severity. My word, you almost frightened me.
You won't say then. Very well. Ask Caitlin to come home now.
Oh, poor child, let her play. Such insouciance. So useful for covering up disturbing secrets. And since you intend to hide the truth from her...
What?
We all have our secrets.
You...
But don't worry, Mr. Holmes. Caitlin is a sensitive child, and I like her enormously.
Alice, come back in. I can do it. See? You're wonderful.
I like to think that the feeling is mutual. We wouldn't want her to know of your secrets, or for her to be unhappy. I have to go inside now.
So Caitlin and Alice are getting close, getting much closer now, which is cool. I mean, Sherlock is a little upset that Caitlin's sort of ignoring her studies in favor of Alice's.
Holmes, I entirely forgot. There's a man corresponding to the photograph who is a regular visitor at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases. His name is James Byron.
Are you sure? That's fantastic.
And we can visit him, but you should disguise yourself first. I'll introduce you as my colleague. Holmes, we have to go to the hospital.
Okay, so while we wait till night falls, we gotta... Apparently one of the guys in the picture is somehow involved with the hospital that Watson works for, so let's get our disguise on. I mean, every now and then Caitlin should have her own fun time as long as she's responsible for her studies and all that stuff. I'm gonna dress ourselves up. James Byron. Should we go to the hospital first or the his office? Trying to figure this one out. You know, let's go to the Foundry first. So, let's go there, and we'll go to the hospital last. Let's see. So all those deductions have been pointed out so far. So the 10th anniversary of the Game Awards took place yesterday, and I would say that was a really good award show, although I was watching two things at once. I was watching that, and I was watching the Niners and Rams game, which I'll get to in a moment, regarding the controversy surrounding that game. But Let's see.
Watson, stay alert, and you'll need to be quiet.
Right. And so...
What should we do next, Holmes?
Through here? Ah, crap. Should I use this one?
There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space. There's no space. There's no space.
Let me remove this.
There's no space. There's no space. There's no.
How do I do this? Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. Let me exit. Let me try this again. Okay, so let's see here. I'm doing something wrong. There we go. All right. Next up. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
There's no space.
All this. So we can use this. There we go. Alright, there we go. It took me a while now to figure it out. Let's see what we got here.
Horse of Pedro Alvarado. He was a conquistador, I believe.
So, a bit of a brief history regarding Tecún Umán. He was a young Guatemalan warrior who is considered a national hero and supposedly one of the founders of Guatemala. Pedro Alvarado was a conquistador, came from Spain, and apparently they tried to take over. I believe he was the one that killed Tecún Umán when he tried to rebel against him.
A furnace for melting metal.
why they have exclamation point. We'll see. And so, yeah, that's pretty much all I know so far. Don't look into it. There's more information. It's very interesting how society that knew how to do all the, like, learn how to farm and do crops and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the 10th anniversary of the...
This door is securely locked. I must find another way in.
Oh, what's this? There's multiple contraptions to get up there.
The balcony door's open.
How does this work? Oh my god, what I gotta do here? Of some sort, I guess. Let's see here. What does this do? Sketchy. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. The 10th anniversary of the Game Awards. It was a really fun event. Really fun events to watch. I mean, obviously there is some controversy about how the Game Awards is more about advertisement for the upcoming games and announcements rather than the awards themselves. I mean, we had the Muppets, Waldorf and Stedler. Those guys made this show. Those guys were hilarious. In fact, those two... Let me stick real quick. Yeah, so yeah, those two, Waldorf and Stedler, those guys were pretty much the things that they were poking fun of, from Jeff Keighley to other things as well too, pretty much presented what everybody that watched the Game Awards was thinking about how they have certain silly awards, or how they have pretty much how they don't celebrate the award winners that much. I think that's it. Let's leave it alone. Aren't you supposed to keep watch?
How can we reach the balcony?
I guess we climb up there. Oh, you turn this. Let's try that again. So, in terms of gaming announcements, there were some good surprises. Let's see. There's going to be a new Onimusha game, The Way of the Sword, that's going to come out, I believe, in 2026. What else? There's going to be a new Okami game for the first time in over 20 years. And I'm looking at the first game as a possible playthrough. Let's see, what other games were announced? So that's a ladder. Is there anything else I'm missing here? What is the bell for? Well, let's play this out first. What other good games that were announced as well, too? Oh yeah, the Helldivers 2 released a new content where called the Omens of Tyranny, where now you fight against the Aliens faction. And that was pretty fun. I played co-op with my brother on that when it came out. We got a glimpse of how that game is. Yeah, it's building structures in there, which is pretty cool. Like actual like settlements, because the Lemons have taken over and they're trying to take over citizens to turn into the voteless, which are mindless zombified hordes that are controlled by the humans. Controlled by humans, I should say. It was pretty fun. They even have new drivable vehicles where you have a turret on the back of the Jeep or whichever vehicle you drive. But one interesting control features about driving those vehicles is that normally, if you think about how you drive around in video games in general, you would think that R2 is to accelerate and L2 is to brake, and then you would hold L2 to even reverse. To reverse. But that's not the case in Helldivers 2. What's interesting is that you have to use the L1 and R1 shoulder buttons to switch gears. So you could be in park, you have to switch it to reverse, neutral, drive, and gears 1 and 2. You're always using R2 to pedal. So even it took me a while to figure it out, but I didn't see that the gear shift the gear shift transmissions was on the bottom of the screen. So I think that was pretty cool. It does take some use to, considering I've played racing games in a traditional format. So that was pretty fun. Looking forward to playing more of that over the next few weeks, as well as a new War Bond that'll come out soon. So let's see, what other games? Oh yeah, there's going to be a new Game of Thrones game called King's Road. It looks like it takes place somewhere in the last couple of seasons. And you play as some guy. Looks like it's definitely a third-person action game. Looks really fun. So we'll see how that game plays out. There's the ladder. Let's see what else. Crimson Desert is officially coming out in the second half of 2025. Thank God. I'm looking forward to playing that game. There's some confusion as to whether that game is actually... Climb? There we go. Whether it's actually single player or co-op. I know it's single player. I don't know if there's going to be co-op aspects of that game, like its online counterpart. Oh.
I need a clear path.
Oh, okay. I thought I could use that to climb across. Alright, so let me move that a bit more. Let's see if I can find that. So how's this controlled? Oh, okay, I get it. So let's climb up first. I'll use Watson and move that fence boss. Stay up here. So it's controlled by near the Pedro de Alvarado or statue. This. Alright, so let's switch back. I should cheat around right here. Oh, don't tell me I gotta. Oh, what? Isn't it a ladder? Can I climb? Good. I mentioned Crimson Desert. That was one of the last 3 gaming trailers to be released. Okami sequel. I already mentioned Okami sequel. What else was announced? I wanted to mention the very last game, but I'm not trying to talk about that yet. Oh no! I gotta move that damn platform. Hold on a second. Okay. I mentioned Women's Tyranny. What else? Oh, I mentioned a new Onimusha game as well too. The Way of the Sword. That's going to come out in 2026. Different character. It takes place during the Edo area of Kyoto. So that'll be very interesting. Games was mentioned as well. I didn't even know I had to move that so early. Well, it's later on, I should say. I push this. I took some screenshots. Screenshots real quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Borderlands 4 is coming out in early spring. So let's see what else is coming out. So there's gonna be a new, like a Dragon Yakuza game. Well, the new one, it's codenamed Project Century. I don't know if that's the official title, but it takes place in 1915, according to the game trailer. And I don't know if there's going to be any link to the Yakuza story. Actually, there will be. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll come out probably in 2026 as well, too. There's a new shocker, Elden Ring, Death Rain, I think it's called. No, Night Rain. And there's more co-op. There we go. There's more co-op. Let me do two things. There's more co-op features in that game, so that should be pretty fun. Let's see what else. Well, I mentioned Borderlands 4. Oh, there's a new Turok game, Turok Origins. And what's interesting about Turok Origins is that it's actually going to be third person, and the campaign can be played with co-op of up to 2 other players, which is pretty cool. So I'm really looking forward to playing that game when it comes out. So there's going to be a new Mafia game called The Old Country. That looks promising. Let's see what else coming out. There's going to be a new DLC of Dying Light 2, The Beast. So that looks pretty interesting as well too. I mentioned the Okami sequel. Oh, there's going to be a new Outer Worlds game. The first Outer Worlds game was amazing. I played that on the Xbox One, and I'm looking forward to. Okay. I'm looking forward to playing that game. I don't know when it takes place exactly. I think it takes place maybe several years after the first game. Because my favorite character was Poverty. She was pretty cool. As I got to get to know her character, she was interesting as well. She was trying to get to know as well too, and eventually establish a relationship. And I helped her with that. So that was pretty fun. I liked her. I like Poverty. She was my favorite character in that game. Hopefully she'll be in the sequel to some capacity. Yes. I still gotta move that damn fence gate around. Grab it. But the one game, I like how they say the last. I would say to me is the best game trailer for last. So Naughty Dog is going to be releasing a new game called Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Looks like the game takes place in outer space, and it has some Guardians of the Galaxy vibes because of the CDs, music CD collection that the protagonist possesses in her starship, and she plays those CDs like a jukebox or something, which is pretty cool. Where's this? It's right here. Okay, right near there. So right here. Let's move this down. So yeah, all in all, really good awards show. That should be it. Let's go. So now I should be able to get to the middle here. Oh no! Don't tell me I gotta play the balancing game.
Whoa.
Position myself. Multitasking is a bitch at times. Especially when you're playing a game and you gotta do these functions right here.
Whoa.
Yikes. Okay, good. Now I'm in the perfect platform. And how do we get across the question? Well,
If only I had access to a free chain.
I gotta move it down even further. Okay, so let's go to the first one. I'm actually liking this, figuring out how to move certain things. It's a good puzzle. That should help Sherlock swim across. Very simple mechanic. There we go. Perfect.
Holmes,
by the
I'm
way-
here. Can you let me in?
Mechanical art. I got an achievement for entering the secret room. Sorry, let me let Watson in first.
We need to hurry and find out what Mr. Marley is hiding.
Looks like a pyramid.
A Mayan pyramid.
Let's see what else we got here.
A slot. It appears to be part of some mechanism.
So a dagger into the heart. Hey, how'd you get up here?
We need to hurry and find out what Mr. Marley is hiding.
Well, where is it?
Obviously for a dagger. Mayan period, I think. I'll need a dagger to work the mechanism.
I think I know how, but let me look at it a bit more.
There's a recurring theme that connects all of these sculptures.
What's this?
Marley is obviously an avid student of mechanics.
Well, that's it. I think I know where to go. Well, I gotta forge it with it. Okay, that should be fun.
This dagger fits.
Now let's go back. Let's see if this opens something. Another room? Holy crap. Let's see what secrets lie in Mr. Byron's office.
Another statue of Tecún Umán. So, Bernard Marley built a mechanical globe. This globe has space inside. It should be possible to open it. So, Bernard Marley built a mechanical globe. This globe has space inside. It should be possible to open it.
Is that the one from inside the club? Interesting.
It can move, but a part of the mechanism is missing. Be careful, Watson, unless you want to be speared by Tecún Umán.
It's kind of funny. Play that again. Restore the automaton mechanism by connecting all of its gears across all 3 levels of height. Let me look around a bit more before I mess with that.
Marley dismantled these alarm clocks for their parts. It's shut tight. Locked. Locked.
We need to hurry and find out what Mr. Marley is hiding.
Alright, let's get the cogs here. It should be easy, so we can start off with this. This. Alright, so we got the cogs ready. There we go. This is good. Oh my god, how is this? Let me start all over. All of its gears across all 3 levels of height. All 3 levels of height. Yeah, for just a moment. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, so I mentioned 3 levels of height. So one. Oh, do this. So that's fine. All 3 levels of height. So grab this, do this spin. I think this will work. Let's see. Shit. How do you reach that? Unless... It looks like it's the top level. Let's see if this works. Oh, it's the second level. Let's see if this works. No. Oh, hold on. Go back. Let's remove this. Wait, how many... This. Oh, jeez. I wonder if that'll work, but we'll see. So the other thing I was talking about was the Niners and the Rams game on Thursday Night Football. It was pretty rainy over here in the Bay Area, and Levi Stadium was raining pretty hard. That's not it. And unfortunately, the Niners got swept by the Rams. They lost 12-6. Neither team scored a touchdown, especially with the way the game was going with the weather. So 2 interesting things happened. Earlier in the week, Debo mentioned something on social media about how he was addressing how everybody thought he was struggling, but he said that he wasn't struggling. He was just not getting the ball enough. So it looked like throughout the entire game, the Niners were force feeding the ball to Debo. And there was one particular play, I think it was inside 30 yards, closer to the end zone. And Debo ran a slant route inside. He drops the ball, unfortunately, as the pass was intended to him. And had he caught that ball, I think he would have ran into the house. And I think the game would have played a huge difference. But Devondre Campbell, who is the backup linebacker for Dre Greenlaw. So Dre Greenlaw actually returned for the first time since the Super Bowl, in which he tore his Achilles tendon when he jumped off the sidelines to go on defense. And try to figure this out. And a few plays into the third quarter, it was discovered, but Dre Greenlaw pulled himself out for the rest of the game. Apparently, his Achilles was bothering him a bit, so they sat him out for the rest of the game. And when they asked Devondre Campbell to go in for Dre Greenlaw, he said that he wouldn't go. He said that he didn't feel like it, then he left the game. I thought that was just, I mean, to me, that's an unprofessional move, especially if you're in the National Football League or any professional level of sports for that matter. But that's a sucker move right there. I mean, some of the Niners after the game was interviewed about their thoughts of Devondre Campbell leaving the team hanging when he was asked to be brought in for Dre Greenlaw, and he refused to. Everybody was in agreement that that was some sucker shit right there. Travaris Ward said it best that was some sucker shit, and that, when the team needs you, you're here to help them out. Nobody in that team has ever seen anything like that before. And it's just unfortunate that the Niners got affected by that. Let's see. Figure this out. That's first level. This looks to be about second level. It's gonna take a while here, Lord. It's not this one either. So that's one. Oh, hold on. This is this one right here, right? So hold on, about this. 2, 3. Let's see if this works. That's a mess of paper. Never thought I'd spend so much time on this damn puzzle. There we go. That's what I was trying to get at. Oh shit, that's the bottom level. I forgot how much the bottom level. The top. So there's how many parts? 8 parts.
The chain doesn't fit here. The chain doesn't fit here.
Dear God, spending too much time on this damn puzzle. I think I figured it out. Let's try this.
The chain doesn't fit here. The chain doesn't fit here.
I think I put something wrong. I got the idea, but hold on. Play this right. This is stupid. Oh, alright. So this. There. There we go. And this should turn that. Hallelujah. Oh, I'm missing something.
The chain doesn't fit here.
God, this is really cool. Got it. The issue I have is where do I get the... So it looks like the chain link can fit it around two small cogs. Two, three. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Let's try this. This needs to be the top. No.
The chain doesn't fit here.
not one thing, it's another. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I think that's it. That should be it. Please let this be it. Oh, this should solve it. This should solve it. Hallelujah. Taking like, what? It's like being 30 minutes. So that's how they do the spear. I'm leaning towards the automaton because yeah, it's not possible to build an automaton with such a precise movement mechanism. And how is it able to run?
We need to hurry and find out what Mr. Marley is hiding.
Key?
It seems you found the key to the safe.
I should say. I know I am the chosen one. Tecún Umán wants to use me for his purpose. Oh God, protect me. I don't want to die.
A piece of a map in metal. This object evidently connects to something else.
I think I know where this is. Statue. Oh.
This part is in solid gold. It's worth a fortune. The statue is in 3 parts. Only the gold is original. Marley must have reconstructed the other 2.
My guess is the 3
It's almost
pieces.
daylight. The workers will be here soon. It's time to leave.
My guess is those 3 parts were cut off. Let's see what else here.
The statue is in 3 parts. Only the gold is original. Marley must have reconstructed the other 2.
I think I know where the second piece is at as well, too. Let's get out of here. Has to be the chosen one. Let's get out of here. Charles, Greystoke, and Marley had a fragment of his gold while Marley's statue in the same group. Marley's statue was divided into 3 parts, therefore perhaps Sir Charles and Zacharias received the other parts. I don't know, so Sir Charles has one. Let's get out of here. Baker Street. Actually, no. Baker Street? Oh yeah, I have to go back to Baker Street. I have to change to disguise. This case, I feel like that cog puzzle made this case a little bit longer. I spent almost 30 minutes trying to figure that out the next morning.
Holmes, we have to go to the hospital.
Disguise myself. I just don't know how.
Holmes, we have to go to the hospital.
Alright, I think we'll end the episode in the hospital direction.
This should be the right place. Our man might be here.
Oh, Dr. Watson, may I help you?
Hello, Baird. My colleague and I are here to see Mr. Byron.
Ah, Byron. Yes, he's in a bad way. You'll find him in a cubicle on the window side.
Patients visit this department for treatment and then return home.
May I help you?
This should be the right place. Our man might be here.
That isn't our man.
James Byron. You guys, what up with you?
Mr. Byron?
More doctors? Please. I've just received my treatment. I need to rest a while before I leave.
That sucks. Crap. Wow. Albeit is around 45 years of age. He is an archaeologist and ex-member of the Archaeological Club. He is believed to be deceased by the other members of the club. During his expedition to South America, he suffered a disease that affected his eye. Albeit lost his arm many years ago under unknown circumstances. He has a drug dependency and regularly visits opium den near a crowded market. He has chain marks upon his body.
We would like to ask you some questions about an expedition that took place 14 years ago.
An expedition? What expedition? You're wrong. I've never left London.
You never left London. Well, a freaking photo, dude.
Is it not you in this photograph from Guatemala?
Guatemala? Tecún Umán! Dr. Baird! Come here quickly, I don't feel well!
What on earth is going on? Please, calm down. I'm sorry, my dear colleagues, but Dr. Brunt is waiting to give Mr. Byron a private consultation. You can wait here.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Weren't you paying attention? We have to wait, but we'll take advantage of the situation. This address is almost invisible.
Which street? I mean, Mr. Byron, Dr. Blunt, please confirm your point. Oh.
He recently purchased Chinese tobacco.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I need to finish here first.
That's something. Let's go back. Go back, please.
Mr. Byron is due for a consultation with Dr. Brunt. Our man passed by a circus.
Oh, you're still here?
Obviously. We're waiting for Mr. Byron. Is he not with you?
No, the gentleman left directly after his consultation. Oh, he forgot to collect his belongings.
Holmes, it seems that Albeit has escaped.
Obviously. And he knows that we are aware of his true identity. Quickly. I know how to find him.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Let's take a look.
Did you find Albeit's house on the map?
Thanks to the information I obtained at the hospital, I can now deduce where Albeit is hiding. We know that Albeit paid a visit to an opium den, a crowded market, and a circus He also purchased some Chinese tobacco. Let's find a place in London where all four elements are close together.
Oh shit, this thing's even further out.
Now we need to find a street name ending in OOK.
That's simple.
Here it is. 21D Brook Street. Watson, I believe we found Albeit's flat.
And with that in mind, we will end the episode over here. So, this case is taking longer than expected, which is good, like I said, from the previous episode. But now we've found some interesting facts here. So, we started off in Marley's Foundry, in which we found an automated version of the statue of Tecún Umán, so that's going to play a factor. We don't know if that was the reason why... Oh, shoot. Sorry, dropped my controller. We don't know if that's the reason why Greystoke... If that's how Greystoke was killed. And we found what might have been the second... Oh, there's the three pieces. I think we found the second of the three pieces of the gold statue. The first one was in the Archaeological Club. The second one was in the Foundry. What's his name? In Marley's possession. We don't know where the third piece is. So, I think the third piece belongs to Greystoke. Yeah, this is an interesting one. So we met Albeit, James Byron, who was actually Albeit, who was the fourth guy in the picture right here. So that's who that is. So it's hard to say what happened in the expedition in Guatemala when they were searching for Tecún Umán's remains, or temple, I should say. But things are just getting a little more interesting now. Now that Albeit is actually alive, but we got to go to his house. The dude panicked when Sherlock mentioned Tecún Umán, and it might have something to do with that fabled curse that's played a huge part in this case. So I will see you guys in episode 6. I think we will wrap the case up. Looks like I don't know how much farther we're into the case, but hopefully pretty soon, because I can't wait to get to the next case as well. This has been a really good case so far. So till then, I'll see you guys in episode 6. Take care and stay warm out there, guys.